So, do you suffer with chronic fatigue syndrome and you need to earn some money? Money is very tight for you. Well, stay tuned because I have 5 tips of how I built a life changing business around my chronic illness. So, let's get into it. Hi, if we haven't met before, I'm Katie Simpson and I am here to help people who also have chronic fatigue syndrome, long COVID, fibromyalgia, and things that are similar to that. And I really want to help them not to struggle like I did. So here's the 5 tips of what helped me to make a life-changing business around my chronic illness. So tip 1. Do something that is easy for you to do, even if you are struggling with a lot of brain fog. So a number of us struggle from brain fog, and it can lift some days and be a lot worse other days. So I would recommend that you did something that you can write down the systems, have them in front of you, whatever you need to do, so that you can just do 1, 2, 3 automatically without having a lot of thought process behind it. So the thing that I do, it is on the computer. I can bring the brightness down on the computer, I can bring the sound down on the computer, and I can just do it for short periods of time as well and then rest afterwards. So it's like a website, and it just shows you one thing after the other, so that really works. So number 2, I'd really recommend that you did something that is uplifting. It uplifts you in some ways, and that can be that you have a really great supportive network of people around you who can text you, check in, seeing how you are. They're people who understand health difficulties. So if you have a day where you've got a flare up, or what we call an adjustment period, they understand it's okay. And the whole ethos of the company, the whole ethos of what you're doing lifts you in some way, excites you. You're passionate about it. You love doing it. And it's not something that's heavy and a chore, and you feel like you've got a weight around your neck that you've got to do this thing. So number 3, choose something that is totally flexible, that doesn't have really strict timelines that you have to do this in a certain time, you have to do this amount of stuff in a certain time, you have to achieve these levels in a certain amount of time, you have to do this amount of hours every day. Choose something where it can just ebb and flow like you do, that you can do a little tiny bit each day to keep that consistency, keep that momentum going, and then if you need to be, you can rest. So it just takes a little bit of time, maybe a quarter of an hour, little stints, 1 or 2 times during the day if you really are feeling flared up. So number 4, something that gives you quick wins every day. A bit of gamification is actually really helpful for us if we have chronic fatigue, and it lifts us so we can achieve and tick off the things. So if you've got certain things that you need to get done each day in the business, get an app or even a spreadsheet or something like that, a table that you can make in Canva in front of you, and you can just tick off what you're doing each day. And there are apps that create a chain of colour that goes through the days and the weeks and the months, and you create this chain, and that really can be uplifting and give you momentum. So number 5, choose something that doesn't have an expensive outlay to it. It doesn't require you to spend a lot of money upkeeping it and starting it. So the business that I started only cost £10 to start, and there was no technology or websites or anything else that I needed to pay for, big monthly charges, anything like that, because in my position, we couldn't have done that. It would have been the biggest stumbling block for us. So for £10, I was able to immediately start earning hundreds of pounds at a time, helping my loved ones as well. So it's so uplifting for me. I can contact my loved ones and help them with something. And so that has brought me a really new zest of life, a new lease of life. And I have friends, colleagues who are in the business together. They're in my team who all understand chronic illness, and we can lift each other up. And we're also very understanding if one or other of us just cannot do anything on one or other or a number of days. This happens regularly. It's life, and we're the sort of people that just understand that but lift each other up. There's that saying, isn't there, that all ships, what is it? The tide lifts all ships. I think that's what it is. So yeah, choose one that is very uplifting for you like that. Not an expensive outlay, totally flexible. It's easy to do. You can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even if you're really struggling with brain fog. So if you'd like to know a little bit more, just contact me on CFS Katy, CFSKATY at outlook.com, and I'd be very happy to help you. I actually have a freebie for you in there, so if you contact me in there, I have a freebie which is called Work From Home with CFS Success Guide, and it's a guide to help you to start a business that works for you and is successful for you and brings in money and lights your life. So email me cfskaty at outlook.com and I will get that for you. So thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.